So, welcome to this episode of Vegans. You're going to learn today about how to make some easy swaps to easily cut down your dairy and meat and live a healthy and happy, peaceful vegan life. So, let's get started. There's a lot of misconceptions about what being vegan means and what it might entail. A lot of people have a misconception about the expense, the lack of options of what you can eat. So rather than diving in with too much today, this is the introduction, I'm going to just go through some quick wins for you to easily make the change. You may have some misconceptions about what a vegan can eat, thinking it might be restrictive or expensive or not fun, and there's often a feeling that the word is no, you can't have this, you can't have that. Well, let me tell you that you can. There's absolutely nothing I've missed over the past year of being vegan, and in fact I feel that I'm eating better and a more varied diet than I was before. On top of that, I sleep easy knowing that I've nourished my body and helped with the planet for future generations. So if that doesn't entice you, let's hope that some of the tips I can give you in this video and the set of videos that I'm going to do will help you. So today we're going to start off with thinking about some quick wins, some easy alternatives, and also give you some tips about what you can eat. So, first of all, obviously, where to start and what people think vegans do eat is fresh fruit and vegetables, which is absolutely true. It's amazing how swapping some of the processed foods and swapping it to fresher fruit and vegetables can really make a big difference to how you're feeling. It also needn't be too expensive. Buying wonky veg, buying fresh fruit and veg, cooking in bulk can be as cost effective as buying the ready prepared meals, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some of those recipes if you keep looking at my videos. So let's start with other things that vegans can eat. So you can eat most breads, also most oatcakes, breadsticks, crackers. Just check the label for the ingredient milk and also lactose, which comes from milk. There's also crisps, a lot of crisps you can eat. So a lot of the carbohydrates that you were probably already eating, you still can enjoy. This isn't a very restrictive diet, although you will see some health benefits. It may also surprise you to know that quite a lot of biscuits just in the mainstream are also made without animal products. One of them is Oreos, so chocolate Oreos, completely dairy-free, hobnob. So just check the label, you'll be surprised what you can find. So first of all, a really easy swap that I don't think you'll even notice is to swap your butter or margarine with buttermilk in to a dairy-free alternative. My favourite is Vitalite, dairy-free. Really nice, melts delicious on toast. You can use it in cooking. It's also Flora dairy-free as well, which is a good option. But just check the label, really easy swap. Okay, so now for the biggie, it's cow's milk itself. We're all very used to pouring cow's milk on our breakfasts and in our teas and coffees, and this is an area where you may have a little bit of trial and error to find the milk alternative that suits you best. After trying a lot of milk alternatives, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on them and some of the ones that you might want to try. So first up, the one that I would recommend as a good starting point is this. It's cocoa. It's in the UHT aisle of most supermarkets, and this is the unsweetened version. You can see it's very low in calories, 16 calories per 100 mils, but it's also got all the calcium as cow's milk and the same vitamin D as cow's milk, and vitamin B12, which is important for us vegans. So it's a really good alternative to cow's milk. It doesn't taste of coconut. It doesn't have a very strong coconut flavour, and in fact it does taste quite like cow's milk. My children have this on their cereal, my husband has it on his cereal, and actually they haven't been able to tell the difference too greatly. You've also got all your milks that are made out of nuts, such as your almond milk or your cashew milk. They're all delicious as well, although not if you've got nut allergies. But these have got a slightly thicker consistency, and some can curdle in hot drinks, so just watch that. But again, try these things, try them all, see which ones suit you. There's loads of alternatives. If you rather, there's also soya milk, so other ones are available. This one is a one that's available in your major supermarkets, and the own brands are just as good as other brands. There's also rice milk, which is thinner than the coconut milk or the soya milk. Again, you may prefer this. So next up is yogurt. It's another cow's based product that we often eat neat, and I'm pleased to tell you that there are delicious alternatives for this too. One of my favourites, and the favourites in this household, is this. It's vanilla. It tastes like custard. It's absolutely delicious. It is quite sugary, but that's similar to a lot of cow's milk yogurts, but it's absolutely delicious on breakfast cereals or to eat straight from the tub. Similarly, the Simply Plain version is also very sweet, and there's an unsweetened version, which is probably my favourite. I've run out of because I've eaten it all, but that's also delicious. And if you're watching calories or watching your intake of sugars, that's a good alternative. Okay, so now let's think about some main meals and some easy swaps and quick wins that you can make for your meals. So in terms of your evening meals, pasta, absolutely fine, with a lot of sauces which don't contain dairy, vegetable sauces, or pesto. There are free from dairy pestos which taste exactly the same, in my opinion, as the ones with dairy added. So they're really quick, easy wins for quick dinners or lunches. The other quick win for your meals is to swap your mince meat, as in turkey, beef, pork, any other type of animal mince meat, for a vegan mince alternative. Now, the beauty of the vegan and vegetarian mince alternatives is that they soak up the flavours of the sauce, and you will be amazed how delicious these meals are, as well as being much lower in fat than the meat alternatives. So anywhere that you may have used a meat mince, you can use the meat alternatives such as bolognese, cottage pie, shepherd's pie, lasagna, and I'll be showing you how to make vegan lasagna later in this series of videos. The other quick win is to swap chicken pieces for vegan chicken style pieces, which are available in your frozen aisle of most supermarkets, and have the additional benefit of being able to cook straight from the freezer. So really quick, much more convenient way of cooking with less waste than buying chicken breasts and cutting that up and using chicken breasts. These can be the chicken pieces can be used in stir fries, curries, fajitas, pies, anywhere where you would normally use chicken meat. You can use these. Now, it does have a slightly different texture. It's less chewy, which in my opinion is a good thing compared to the flesh of chickens. It's also can soak up the flavours more, which again, in my opinion, is a benefit. But it's just to be aware of that and to know that it is slightly different. And if your mind is set for it, you won't go far wrong.